it's been about a minute, two. Then the person comes on and goes, sorry for the unforeseen stop. We'll be going in no time. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, don't immediately start thinking about, well, if you're trapped under here for 10, 20 minutes, that's whatever. 2-3 hours, it's going to be a fucking problem because...
No, open the hatch.
I'm just going to swim my ass to shore.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or possibly. For the first time.
Yeah, we're back live today. Cerny's holding a newspaper up, so I know he's here.
With the date.
With the date. With the date on it. Because that can't be photoshopped. That can't be fake newsed. Well, I mean, Cerny, we took 1 week off. We had some... You know, by the nature of the Chip and Cern Show, sometimes when you're riding the razor's edge, sometimes you fall off.
It just doesn't work.
And sometimes when you leave your recording for the 11th hour, the day before it's supposed to be released, sometimes it doesn't work out. That life happens, right? So we got to take a vacay day. No problem there. So much has happened. We had Musk buying Twitter.
That's true.
We have the World Series happening. I went to Disneyland and back. And it's November. Halloween is come and gone.
Halloween's gone and come and gone. I mean, it's...
So much has happened.
All within about a week.
Somehow within a week. But yeah, we were all finally... well, I'm not even unpacked from the Disneyland trip. You know how I kind of like I got the dirty clothes out of the bag, but then the duffel still resides there with I think my toiletries are in there and maybe some sandals or something. Disneyland, we've returned.
How was it?
It was good. It's just I mean, you know, it's every day is just super exhausting.
Yeah, like the first day is like yes, and then the second day you're like,
and then the third day your feet are
screaming. Like let's find some rides that we can sit down on. What's the longest one? Nope.
The train, that train that takes you around the park.
Yeah, that's a lifesaver.
I think
that's
that
one
is
of those like I'm just gonna sit on this for a little bit.
I'm just gonna sit here. But we had a good time. Now our daughter, who turned 7 that week of being at Disneyland, so this was kind of the birthday gift, so to speak. Tall enough to go on the Incredicoaster and all the rides. So
that's
very pumped. Yes, very pumped about that. Our son, who's 3.5. I mean, you know this too. When you have the littlest kid, you always, for some reason, in your head, you just make them whatever age the second youngest is. So you just you're like, oh yeah, he's only 3, not 6 or 7. So we're like, okay, he's going to be a little bit more. We can't take him on Pirates of the Caribbean or something right away, right? So my wife and I had this whole strategy. What's the most chill ride at Disneyland? No, nothing spooky, just as chill as it can go.
Please don't tell me it's a submarine.
No, I have a story about that later.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
So Jungle Cruise is a very safe bet, right?
It's probably the same ride I don't think it's ever changed in 50 years.
They updated a lot of the stuff that was in poor taste about some of the some of the jokes
what they call them, indigenous.
Yeah, they had some indigenous people upgrades so that they're not there.
Okay. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you exactly what they were, but there was a couple times in recent years when you'd be going and you'd pass it, and you'd be like, ooh, like, oh, I don't know, can they have those guys
that
with the face?
The train too has like,
yes,
it had like the Native American or something, but it
yes.
was like it was something like they were out by a campfire or something. You hear like the classic like, oh, you know, whatever it was.
Yeah,
like
it's you're like kind of cringy.
Like, what the hell?
You're like,
I'm like, wow, they got data, but they still got that. They forget about this ride? Did they forget?
Like, uh-oh. So we go on the Jungle Cruise there, and he's pumped. He's very excited. He was getting excited. He has his little stuffed animal and his blanket, his little, things that he carries around with him all the time, which I was like, we're bringing these. This is Disneyland is the thing where things go to get lost. And these are,
into the abyss.
These are critical items for him that are required for pretty much everything in life. Going to bed, he needs the blanket. You know how things go.
Yeah.
So we risked it all.
Oh, you put it all on the line.
Put it all on the line to take these things. So he's sitting there, and it starts out, and then immediately you're like, okay, let's see what a 3-year-old is like experiencing this. So I'm recording him on my phone because, first ride. So we're going around, and he's kind of like a little bit jumpy. You're definitely immersed in sort of a jungle feeling.
Yeah,
people have not been on the cruise. You're in a boat. So he's sitting there, and there's like, there's a lion coming up. But the lion's like 30 feet away. It's not a big deal. And then, there's elephants over here, and they make noises, and, it's not a big deal. So he's sitting on the edge, and he looks over his shoulder, and there is a crocodile. Maybe less than a foot from where his face is, a life-size crocodile, and the poor boy probably thought he was dead. Probably thought that the crocodile,
that was it.
He's like, my life's over. And I had this all on video of him being, like you just saw the life flash before his eyes, and he runs over. So the first ride, we try to take it super casual and chill. We fumbled it. We fumbled it on the first ride. And then he started crying, and then I'm like, oh no. But it definitely put it into a good, okay, if Jungle Cruise is like high on the scary level, then that really puts into perspective. We're just sticking in Teacups and Dumbo Land and those ones over there. Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about a fumble. So this
Smart
was
World.
Several years ago. I think Jeffrey was about 5, 6, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he was just large enough to where he could ride the rides. Maybe he was
42 inches.
So
something
he was
like that.
He had to be about 5, 6. Very first ride I took him on was Space Mountain. That was
mercy.
He didn't cry, but he looked like it was over. Like he thought this was it. I am gonna fucking die in the dark.
So similar thing. Did he didn't like the dark part or the roll? Does he like the roller coaster?
I don't think he anticipated it going as fast, and it was dark because he screamed my name. I was sitting there. I was had my arm around him. He screamed my name like da-da. And I was like, "You're all right," I was like, "You're all right," And as we're going through, and my wife, she was sitting in the car in front of us, and she's screaming. So that's adding to the,
she's just fun screaming though.
Yeah, yes. But all he could hear is screams in the dark, and he's like, "Da-da." And I was like, during the ride, it's still going, and I'm like, "You're okay. We're fine."
Yep. I'll volley this one right back. So we did the Incredicoaster the first night. My wife took our son back because he went to bed earlier, and then me and my daughter, we stayed out. We hit Splash Mountain 3 times in a row at 10:30 at night. Literally, it's like we fell into a pool. We were absolutely drenched.
Hopefully, you had the California or the hotel right there.
No, it was a trek all the way back to the hotel, and she's literally walking like a mummy, but her thing are just literally dripping with water. And she's like, "It's freezing." I'm like, "This is part of the experience."
Yeah.
Which part of the thing of Splash Mountain? You're in this big log. You go over a waterfall, so to speak, and you get soaked with. You get a huge splash. Splash Mountain. The people on just put the 2 and 2 together. People were on there were wearing ponchos. And they're like,
I know.
oh my gosh, I don't want to get wet. I'm like, why are you on the fucking ride then?
Yeah, I know.
This isn't a ride to just, the point of the ride is to get wet or to be ready to be wet, right?
Yeah, if you have to just come to terms, you're going to get wet.
Yeah.
So.
And the whole person, there's 3 of them, they were just going on and on about, oh my God, I'm going to get wet. Oh my, and meanwhile, me and my daughter in the front, just like a fucking fire hose of water, just every time. We're just drenched. Like my shoes, when I got out, were like,
squish, squish,
yeah,
squish. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, Dad, can we go again? Can we go again? And there was no line because it's fucking 10:30 at night, right?
Yeah, it's cold as fuck, yeah.
So it took longer to walk back through all the maze of lines that they set up with no one in them to get back to the, like, we literally got off, we walked all the way around, and we walked right on again.
Ah.
So we hit it a bunch there. So I'm like, oh, this is great. She is gonna love, and we talked about Indiana Jones because that's my wife's favorite ride. It's a great ride. We even in preparation pulled it up, like on YouTube. They have all these videos in like 4K people doing the rides, every ride in Disneyland.
Okay.
Like with good lighting, so we kind of had her watch it and stuff. So she was into it. So me and her went. We got the fast lightning lane, which they charge you for now, by the way.
Oh, they do?
$20 a day per person to get the fast track.
Oh, it used to be like you used to have to like first come first serve.
Nope. Nope.
They
Since
found a way to
COVID,
make a buck.
oh, dude, $1.
20.
The second you walk in there, they just bending you over, and by you, I mean your wallet.
Yeah,
and they're sticking it in there.
Walt Disney would be proud.
He would. And so we're charging through. I'm like, well, part of the thing at the Indiana Jones is the whole queue. When you line up, they have all these cool spikes with
little
skulls
artifacts.
on them,
and
artifacts. Yeah. And I told her, well, there's a big snake in this one. I'll sit on the edge so that the snake, and you can hold on and whatever. She's 7, just turned 7. And we're going in there, we're walking around. She goes, is the snake that big? And they have like the pillars, it's like a temple. And each pillar has 4 snake heads coming off of it. And I'm like, oh no, it's way bigger than that. I'm trying to pump it up a little bit. And she goes, is it bigger than that snake? And I'm like, uh-oh. In my head, I'm realizing snakes are a problem. And then I start to look around and I'm like, everything around here has fucking snakes over it. And it's all over the ride, snakes.
That was Indiana Jones' fear.
Yeah.
He hates snakes.
And I'm like, oh, this might not work out super smoothly. I better be ready. So we get in there. She's definitely scared. Kind of, I'm arm around her, kind of getting ready to go. And immediately it goes out, and there's fucking snakes when it starts. It's dark and loud. The speakers are blaring, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I ride this as a, 18-year-old to 20, whatever. Like, it's a great ride. It's fun. 7 might be a bit much. And immediately, like, we didn't even get into the ride, but just the from where you get loaded up to where you drive to the start of the ride was too much. And I'm like, this. So I had the longest Indiana Jones ride ever. So it was like, I'm like,
I did.
She's like, it's a snake coming. I'm like, it's okay. She's just like,
I did that to Jeffrey too. Yeah. Same day. There was later on. I was like,
more scarring. More scar.
You'd be all right. I said, I think it's okay because it's been a long time. I was like,
I know
it's not that. But then we started going. He was like slumped down in the chair. Like fuck. And I was like, man,
whoops. Yeah, we got off. She's like, I'm never going on that one again.
Yeah, I've hered that. When they get older,
Jeffrey
has since retracted the statements. Yeah,
I'm sure.
When he went on the Incredicoaster for the first time later on, not that trip, but it was an after trip. First, he's like, I don't know. I said, listen, you'll be fine, but you go upside down. I said, you ain't gonna die. I promise you. I said, I'll tell you what, if you fall out and die, I'll buy you anything you want, right? Yeah, I did that. He's like, we did.
Cool.
I said, you'll be all right. And then when he went on it, he was like, that was fun. I was like, yeah, see, you're okay.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Because he always
got to build the confidence. You got to stack the confidence throughout the day.
Because he used to ask, like when we go on roller coasters and stuff, he's like, you don't seem to be scared. I said, because I know I'll make it out. And if I don't, not my problem.
Yeah. And So I mean, it went well. She had a great time, and one of the other nights we stayed later, we got one of those fast pass for Space Mountain, which I was on the fence because it's dark, but it's also, from what I remember, there's nothing like leaps out. It's just dark and spacey and lasers and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think they added some Halloween stuff. It was like a devil or something, right?
Oh, I don't know. We never. Well, spoiler: our fast pass was starting at like 11 at night.
Oh,
which is already going to be a stretch. So it was me and her on the last night, and I'm like, we'll just go, and this will be. So we were trying to make it work, and we were killing time in the area, and the Finding Nemo, the submarine ride, came on. The line was like 5 minutes. I'm like, let's just do it. Let's get this.
There you go.
If she didn't want to go on it, I'm not seeking out this ride. One, because you go underwater and they lock you in a fucking submarine, this tuna can basically, and put you around in water. And it's cramped, and it's just not. Yeah, it's not a comfortable experience.
No, it's not.
And so we're on there. We do the ride, and then we're right about towards the end, and then the ride just stops. But it's not stopped towards the where it normally goes. And then my daughter's like, "Oh, is there whales in here?" She has something against killer whales or orca whales now. She's like averse to them. I said no.
And it's a YouTube channel. She caught a glimpse of them eating the shark or some shit.
It must have been something like that. Some discovery.
They like to eat great white livers or something they just discovered.
And so we're sitting there. It's been about a minute, two. Then the person comes on and goes, "Sorry for the unforeseen stop. We'll be going in no time." And I'm like, okay. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, don't immediately start thinking about, well, if you're trapped under here for 10, 20 minutes, that's whatever. 2-3 hours, it's going to be a fucking problem because...
No, open the hatch.
Open the hatch. I'm just going to swim my ass to shore.
Actually,
it's probably right there.
You're on a little track around the thing anyway. I'll just slip off onto the fucking concrete.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there, and my daughter doesn't understand. She doesn't really care that it stopped. She's kind of looking. But the guy next to me looks to his friends. There's like 4 or 5 of them. They're probably in their mid-20s. He goes, "Guys, I'm actually kind of claustrophobic." And I was like, oh, buddy.
Go down the
other side. Strap in for this one.
You're about to face your fear today, buddy.
Yes, sir. Head
You're
on.
Stare right in the eyes.
So we were probably stopped there for, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes underwater. It was not cool, and they made 2 more announcements. Oh, anytime we're going to get started. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like the airlines with 20 minutes, 20-minute delay, 20-minute delay, 20-minute delay. Next thing you know, you're 5 hours, 20
exactly. So we did get
just
out.
A little bit. It's just a little increments, so you don't like. Okay, all right, so it's gotta be like anytime.
Just paper cuts.
At no point. Yeah.
Yep, paper cuts. So that was our ride we were going to do. Because we had to wait, because the fast tracks, you can get there at 10:30 until 11:30. You have an hour window.
Oh, yeah.
So we got off that ride. It was like 10:45, and it's right there. Like, let's jam over. Let's get it in, and the night's over. What a great last night at Disneyland, right? So we're walking up the Space Mountain, and this couple comes down. They're like, "Ride's closed." They closed the ride. I'm like, no!
Oh, no.
So we didn't get Space Mountain in. So we were bummed about that, but our pass turned into a pass that was good for any ride. So we did another Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that one too.
Little classic one, yeah.
It's a good little roller coaster ride. So, but we had a good time. We did the Santa Rosa Airport up here, so we didn't have to charge all the way into the city to. All the way through San Francisco to get to the airport or anything. So it
was like a 45-minute flight.
Yeah, the whole airport, like the terminal, there was 4 gates. It was like a big living room, basically. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, easy flight, little Uber. So it was. I recommend the small airport situation. But yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, small airports are better. I hate the big ass airport. You're like, what?
It's too much.
7-minute walk to your gate. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, it's and with kids too. to park, and then taking the air tram over to where the actual airport is. There's just so much more production to it. If you're by yourself, whatever, I can manage.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easier. You can just. What I like to do is get everything onto a carry-on, like what I'm going to be staying in for the week. Just get it onto a carry-on and just
breeze right through.
In and out, yeah, off the plane onto an Uber or whatever it is.
Yeah. We had one carry-on. That thing was loaded. I'm like, when I passed it to him, I'm like, oh, it's going to be close on.
Yeah, this is
48.5. I'm like, whoo. Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm taking out of here. It was everything. We were loaded.
Like I had I always like to the cabin. The upper cabins will be full, so we're gonna start. Come check your bag. Nope. You want your? Nope. I don't.
Well, to counterpoint that, because we already had one check bag, so we were waiting anyway. I'm like, sure, take this duffel. I didn't want to pay, $25. Take it for free.
Oh,
so now I got to offload.
If I had a check bag, then I would probably be more inclined, especially if they're offering like, oh, we'll do it for free, or we'll give you.
They let you board early, or whatever points, or some shit. They do some shit for you.
But if I just had to carry on, like, no.
Yeah, no thanks. I always don't, even though it's on the PA speakers, I move my head away from where the attendant. I'm like, don't even look at me. I'm not even an option for you.
Yeah,
I'm turning away.
I'm giving you my clues of no.
In fact, I'm going to go get a Starbucks real quick. So, oh man, I have another. So, our game plan at Disneyland every morning, wake up. There's the downtown Disney, which is sort of like splits Disneyland and California Adventure, and there's a Starbucks there. Right. So we had the stroller, mobile order on Starbucks, drive in, walk in, pick it up, boom, attack the day. This Starbucks in downtown Disney has got to do the most fucking volume out of any Starbucks.
Is that one
ever.
by that bread store or shop?
Yes,
right?
it's. Yeah. I mean, there's 50 people like in line at all times. It seems like.
It's the number one Starbucks.
Yeah, so we do the mobile order. Oh, it'll be ready at whatever time. And there's people are just belly up to the bar, like they're going to order a drink at a bar, but they're not. Their drink's not. Woo, over here. But they're not ever. Their slot isn't up for a while, so they're just mucking the works up front, and then the workers think that they need something right away, so they're coming to ask them, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm just waiting." I'm like, "Get the fuck off the! You're in the front lines of it. You're in the pit, baby. We need you back. Get out of here."
You know what really enrages me is when you're in line, like a Starbucks or something, and you wait in line for like 20 minutes, like on those big ones.
You don't know
your
orders?
Get up there, and then they get up there, and they're like, "Okay, let's see." I'm like, "What the fuck have you been doing the last 20 minutes? Like, what are you doing?"
Do you think if there was a rule that was just widely adopted throughout the country of if you get here and you don't know it, you out of line, just kick them out, next person. Sorry, you don't know either. Boom. Hey, y'all fucking dumb idiots.
Yeah, you have plenty of time to think about it when you go to the back of the line and think.
Yeah, exactly.
That really just drives me. It's like, what are you doing? First off, get a fucking coffee. You're at Starbucks. That's it's like
you've never been to Starbucks? You're unsure about what their offerings are? Fucking coffee. It's a coffee shop. Bagels, they got them.
Yeah.
Little cheese and hard-boiled eggs and fucking yogurt parfaits. They got all that shit.
Yeah. It's in the display case that you stood by for the last 5 minutes.
Probably staring at everything. Oh, man. I just went for... Usually I'm a discerning coffee drinker, but I said, give me the biggest fucking iced coffee that you go, and I just housed it. And I'm like, Daddy needs some go-go juice. Let's fucking go. We got a long day ahead of us, people.
That's what I go by on the daily.
20 ounces, venti, trinity, whatever the fuck. Give it to me.
Yep.
Give it to me.
Just put the grounds in there.
In fact, make the grounds little chewing tobacco pouches like skull pouches used to be. Yeah. Oh, and then the worst, I got my order and I bring it out to the kids. I'm like, okay, mission accomplished. I navigated this whole mobile ordering kerfuffle in the Starbucks lobby. Like, oh, they didn't give us cream cheese. So now I have to go back in like a salmon against the stream, into the mobile order area, try to flag down one of the. They're obviously understaffed. Hey, cream cheese. They're not looking at me. They're shouting names. Cream cheese. I need a cream cheese. Cream cheese, please. Thank you. Oh man! But once we got out of there, it's time to jam. Time to jam
for the day.
Yeah, but
how did Halloween go?
Halloween was good. One thing we tried to limit the costumes to just one this year, because I think kids they get a lot of regrets about what they have chosen at some earlier time period for their outfit. Yeah. But my daughter, being a 7-year-old girl, as much as we tried to shield her, is into rainbows, unicorns, glitter, princesses, that sort of thing. So there was a costume that was a unicorn, but it had like butterfly wings, and it had a unicorn, and it had a dress that was rainbow with glitters and star. I mean, it was like everything mashed into one. So she was happy about that.
It's like the Lego movie where the Rainbow Kitty or whatever it was.
Oh yeah. But the kids definitely are. Some of our friends came over, so we had a little group of people, going around the block and everything. But all the kids were of age to where they understood the mission. Like, we know candy today. Let's go. Now, this is your first Halloween in your high traffic. I'm assuming high traffic area.
We had to close up shop at 8:30. We ran out of candy.
How many bags did you go with?
It was 4 Costco bags.
What? 4 Costco bags?
Yeah.
Wow. Were you doling it out, or you just had them out?
Zach was was steering the ship for a while we took out Jeffrey to. So God only knows what he was doling out.
Who knows? Yeah, he's probably just like, oh well, if this bowl's empty, then my job is done. I could see that maybe happening.
Yeah. There was droves of kids running around, which was cool, and there was a couple dads, like they had like the inflatable, and they had the
T-Rex thing.
No, they had an inflatable like movie screen, and they had the projector going.
Whoa,
and
that's cool.
They had the Monday Night Football game on. I was like, oh, so I was like sitting there. I was just sitting there as I was walking by, like looking at it. Yeah. He's like, hey, I said, yeah. He's like, you want a beer? I said, well, if you're offering, trick or treat.
Nice. I got offered a few beers last night as well for Halloween.
Somebody had like wine going on. I didn't get it. I didn't want to grab a glass of wine. I was like, oh,
yeah. Beer's easy to carry around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
No one's going to look at you a little bit. Wine looks like a housewife got out or something.
Yeah. And I'm walking around with a glass of wine.
Yeah. Did he have a good haul? Did he get any king size?
Yeah, he did get a king size. One person was doing king size. They had, of course, they live in like a fucking castle. As I said, I was like, God damn, this house looks like a castle. It was like stone. It was huge.
Ooh.
In terms of like, they had full size. It's like, yeah,
nice.
Yeah, they do. Of course, he had Skittles. I was like, oh, man.
The kids last night were bringing, for Halloween, they're at the age where they come back reporting everything that they got. So it's like, Dad, I got another Almond Joy. I'm like, sweet, score one for Dad. They were into Kit Kats. They got full size. I'm like, guys, what are you doing with this fucking Kit Kat stuff? This is not
the Kit Kats. Yeah, the
Tootsie Roll Pops.
And what was the other one there? What's that? Twizzlers.
Three Musketeers too.
Pass. I'll eat Three Musketeers, but actually,
really?
Yeah, I mean, I like Milky Ways. So it's like basically a Three Musketeers with a little bit of caramel on there.
Yeah,
but the Twizzlers. I have a beef with the Twizzlers.
Interesting. The Twizzlers are the ones that you pull like a strip off.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's licorice. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not red licorice.
Oh yeah, it's not a Red Vines.
No,
that's for sure.
That's my go-to. But yeah, James came over and stuff. So
okay, right, with the kids and
so yeah, he let He let Jackson, which is he was what, one?
Oh, his first Halloween.
Yeah. So I mean, he wasn't about the candy. He just wanted to fucking run because he just
wanted to walk or burn some energy off. Yeah.
Yeah. He just got his newfound legs. That
he's like, whoa, what are these things? I've been
I could run full speed down this thing. Yeah, go for it.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'll usually stop at the drive. I'll stay on the sidewalk, let the kids run up.
Yep.
And then come back. But my sweet tooth was bugging me a little bit. I'm like, if they got the bowl out, I'll just go up and see what's going on.
Yeah. Some people like to do
maybe get a taste.
Bunch of courts. So they would set up tables kind of in the court with just the bowls.
Oh, so you don't have to hit up. You can hit up a lot very quickly. Oh,
and
cool.
They were all just sitting there, with the fire pit going or something.
Nice.
That's why I was like, They're like, does Dad want something? I was like, oh yeah, you have Reese's in there? Yeah, Dad will take some. Dad will take one. Actually, Twix. Nice. That's what I went for. Twix.
Oh, a Twix. Okay. Well, I went up to this one house, and the kids were excited, and I go up there, and they have the tray out, and they have a note. Please take one. Leave some for everyone else. I'm like, listen, you got to buy candy once a year, and maybe you spend $20 or $40, but it's one time a year, and it makes kids like the happiest that they can be.
Yes.
And so I'm like, whatever. And I look at the offering for candy. She got the fucking Tootsie Roll variety pack with the little Tootsie Rolls and Tootsie Roll Pops. I'm like, don't worry, your one limit will be adhered to because no one wants the shitty fucking throwaway candy you have.
Or they're gonna take it and they're gonna throw it at your fucking house later on the
day. You're gonna wonder, did someone shoot paintballs at my garage door? No, these are Tootsie Rolls that were being rifled from the driveway at 80 miles an hour back at my garage door. I don't. Tootsie Rolls are one, if they're left in the kid's bag after we're done ravaging it, or for the next 2 weeks, I just throw it in the garbage. I'm like, no one eats these.
It's like I'll wait for Jeffrey to go to bed, and I'm like, all right, let's see what we got going on here.
Yeah.
You sleeping? Oh, okay. Oh, Snickers, yes, take that. Yep. Oh, okay.
I was taking mental note. I think my kids scored one of those, have you seen those Reese's that are like a jumbo but one cup?
Oh yeah, I've seen
but it's
those.
Huge. Yeah,
I've never.
You need a knife and fork. For
yeah,
that.
I know. I've never danced with that one. I've seen it. And I was like, I'm very curious, but
it's in there.
That reminds me of something like that the classic Got Milk commercial would use. Remember the giant peanut butter cup.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't speak.
Yeah. That was a good marketing campaign, I will say, back in the day.
Yeah.
So Tootsie Rolls, I don't know who's getting those, and then just stick with the classics. York peppermint patties.
Let's put. James
I don't know if kids.
Let's put James on blast here. He got offered a candy, like, oh hey, you want a candy? He's like, yeah, Sour Patch Kids. I was like, give it.
He went with you. It's like a curveball. That's not the type of candy they're normally handing out.
Yeah, because he was trying to get. They had the little the Sour Patch fun, but they had they had Snickers, they had Twix, they had all the the classics. He's like, Sour Patch Kids. I was like, what?
You're not the movie theater.
Are you 8? Are you actually 8? We have a little trading places here going on in Soft Bodies with Jeffrey or something.
That's funny. Yeah, well, all the other parents that we were around were like, anything, any sour worms in there? They'd be inquiring about what the kids are hauling.
Sour worms.
Yeah. So we're probably. I actually, I had a couple pieces going around, and then after we did one whole pass around the neighborhood, and then the younger kids left, and the party kind of dispersed, and me and my daughter went around again for second helping.
It was around.
But we were 8 o'clock was when we kind of wrapped it up.
Actually, we were a little bit earlier because the kids were like, I'm kind of tired. My legs are sore. And I was like, what?
Dude, and it started getting cold. I'm like, whoa, it's fall, y'all. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, it did get a little chilly.
Did you dress up?
No, I didn't dress up.
Oh. Did you see our costume?
No.
I'll have to send it to you. So we did a parent swap. I dressed as my wife. I have long hair now, but I put a mom mom bun on. I have black leggings. I had flannel. I had my fanny pack. Had my Starbucks container and my everything. So, and my wife dressed up as me. It was pretty good. I'll send you the pictures. But whoa, I'll fanny packs are very convenient. I will just say that. And leggings are very cold.
Those. She uses those.
Yeah.
When she first pulled it out, I was like, "Was this 1995?"
I'm like, "Come on, what's going on here? Is Saved by the Bell back on?" But I had it. It was part of my outfit, and then the leggings, which are very thin, they don't provide any warmth at all. They have no fucking pockets. So why would you?
Wow.
I mean, I get they're comfortable. So then I had to use this fanny pack, which was good. I just kind of had it, and when it covered up my bulge too, because I had black leggings on, and I pulled it up too, like where all the cool moms are wearing their pants now. So like my fucking dick was just like, bro, it was like out and about. 3-inch Grinch was just like
it was on full display.
He was full display. So the fanny pack was a good,
What did Schiffer dress up as? A sexual predator.
Yeah, someone who's going to be on a list that can't go near a school very soon.
The next member in Megan's Law.
Yeah, so the fanny pack did come in handy, but also, just make pants with pockets that can fit phones and stuff. I don't know. Just my 2 cents.
Cosign. Cern's cosigning that.
Done. It's done.
I guess, okay. I assume, actually, as I'm thinking about it, I assume there's a thought process of maybe there's going to be a purse being carried, so maybe that's where
that could be.
Your stuff is going to be. I don't know.
That could be, but it's hard. I mean, I'm used to having my phone.
I always have like
so
my
close.
Wallet in my left pocket, my phone in my right. That's always
in the front,
yeah,
or the back.
The front 2 pockets.
Okay, yeah. I've also moved away from wallet in the back pocket, but I have one of the, like, just a card case. I have like 5 cards.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to show you, but I don't know.
I feel like the days of the Costanza wallet,
yeah,
long gone. Long gone. In fact, I don't know. Are you using Google Pay or Samsung Pay or anything on your phone?
No,
none of those.
I have to
wallets, digital wallets.
I was going to, but then it makes you put a passcode in. And I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's true.
I just hate doing passcodes. I'm lazy. When I open the phone, I just want to open the phone. I said, fuck it.
Just want to dick pics and all, just let it be.
It's all out. If I leave it unattended, you got it, then go for it.
It's free game. I have that Apple Wallet or Apple Pay. I mean, I sometimes go weeks without busting my wallet out to put a card in a thing, and it uses the Face ID, so you don't have to. You do have to have the passcode, but it can unlock with the face, which is better.
I think I have that technology as well.
Maybe you can. Yeah, but it's also, and it's been so long since my phone was so willy-nilly to be accessed. So, yeah. Okay, how long do you think? How many gallon Ziplocs of candy was the haul last night, would you say, for Halloween?
You know what? I don't know, because he quickly scurried to his room like a squirrel stashing his nest.
Oh, yes.
I think also because the other kids were here, so I swear they were dumping it out to their trade, they're the usual.
Yes.
Start doing trades and shit. So I don't know.
I forgot about that. That was good. That's always fun.
So I don't know what that...
Maybe he sensed a lot of predators around, so he went to hide it, probably.
You're probably right, because I'm sure, I think Zach was like, what do we got going on? Like, he was like looking in the back.
Take attacks. No,
usual. It's something I would have pulled with James. Like, what do we got going on here?
What's going on here? And dad tax. It was tax day yesterday.
It
was tax day.
You can't have it from me.
No, and I ain't taking the fucking Tootsie Roll Pops off your hands.
No, you can have those.
The good shit. I'm taking that jumbo Reese's cup.
There was, I think I told us before, there was one year, and Joe was with us, there was some fucking guy handing out toothbrushes. I was like...
Aga's house.
That's what I was like, Joe was like... Because the kids came in like, He had
Fun
toothbrushes. He was a fucking dentist. He had like his practice on, the fucking toothbrush. I was like, what the fuck? Like, let me 165. I'll be back later tonight.
Oh, there's a sale for a dozen and a half eggs at Safeway. Good to know.
And then when he comes out and screams to heavens, why? I would leave as a toothbrush just at, at the front door. Why?
Oh, here, just hold on to this toothbrush on Halloween.
You can use it to clean up the egg goo. You fucking you forced me to do
by hand. By hand. I love that payback. That's a good one. Well, just like Halloween must come to an end, every Chip and Cern show comes to an end. But this one, hopefully, have a good surplus of candy to work your way through.
This is true.
I've already siphoned off 2 peanut M&M bags from the kids.
I did as well. Mm-hmm. Not the regular M&Ms, just the
regulars.
Yeah,
I don't. No thanks.
Oh, there was one. What was it? Someone opened up Reese's Pieces and then like.
Ooh, I'd fuck with those though.
I can't do those. They spilled on the ground, and the kids were like, "Don't eat those." One of the kids was like, "That's my Reese's Pieces." I was like, "Don't worry, I'm not fucking ET, right?" And I walked over them, right over everyone's head. Everyone in the room was like, "What?"
I would have gave it a
laugh. I was like, "I was wasted on you guys."
Couldn't believe it. Well, lo and behold, here in a couple weeks, we're gonna have our Black Friday show dropping as this stuff goes out. But if you're looking to score something nice, something Chip and Cern show related, you don't even have to buy it.
Just email chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
That easy.
Easy.
Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. There's your Christmas, Hanukkah.
We should have like the testimonials of the 4 other people. Actually, like I was really apprehensive to try this, but here we go. And they're like, you do exist. Like, yeah, we
do exist.
We do.
Yes. Well, it's fall, y'all. November's here. Go Phillies. Until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.